What's up, guys? This is Young Shot back with another video today. This time we're going to be talking about NBA, and this time we're going to be talking about the Portland Trailblazers. What's going on with them, man? Their record does not show how they actually play. Some key additions for them in the offseason has not been playing well lately, and I'm here to get to the bottom of that. Now we're going to really talk about their defensive historical standing, and basically their rating has just been horrible. I'm talking about their defensive rating is possibly horrible than them 2011-2012 Bobcats. Ugh, I mean, come on. And also we're going to talk about Damian Lillard and pretty much how this team can improve and how this team should run their offense or should play off their offense. So here today we're going to do a special report on the Portland Trailblazers. I hope you guys like and enjoy this video. Leave a thumbs up and subscribe. Make sure to leave a comment on the comment section below, and let's get into it. Here, pretty much the Portland Trailblazers has not been playing well. 13-20 with a record like that, you can only spell disaster. It's just not been working out. 394 with the record percentage. You got Denver Nuggets on top of them. Sacramento Kings got the 8th spot with a 14-17 record. And not only that, the Pelicans is far down below, but still can catch up. The Los Angeles Lakers, the Minnesota Timberwolves right there as well. And you can see right there as well that they have a really good division record against teams like OKC, against Denver, against some high upper lines team like Utah Jazz. But when you go out of the road, their road record has been bad, 5-13. Their home record is really good, but their last 10 they lost 1 out of 9. They lost 6 straight, including tonight against the Toronto Raptors. Now I don't know what's that for, but we're about to check and see right now why they've been losing. Now they also have a 9-14 record against their conference too. That could be a big sign of it as well. We're gonna start getting into this stuff just now. So the Blazers record in December has been horrid. I mean, really hard. 3-10. They back-to-back. When they have to face a team back-to-back, they're 1-10 throughout the season so far. So that's one of the things. They haven't gotten a lot of rest as well. They're just playing really bad in this month of December, which is crazy. I never dreamed or thought that they would play this bad. It's coming to the middle of the season. Hopefully they pick it up. But yeah, now the Blazers defensive rating so far in the 33 games played, 110.5. That is by far one of the worst defensive ratings in league history. And surprisingly not, they almost beat out the Charlotte Bobcats of 2011-2012. Just based off of standings alone. You can research it up, you can look it up. It's just historically bad. They're probably one of the worst defensive teams in the league right now. They're coughing up the ball at a percentage rate. Their free throw and three-point shooting has been horrid. I mean, shooting 78% from the free throw line, 36% from the three-point line. And their net rating in total is negative 3.2. Again, the plus and minus numbers is really big. Another thing also, their pace has been slower than usual. Remember, Portland's running gun offense style with Terry Slots has just been vanished so far. They just have no running gun pace. They have nothing. It's just looking crazy right now. Again, also, not to mention, they're 26 in rebounding right now. They haven't been capitalizing on a lot of offensive opportunities. 28th in offensive rebounds. They're 6th in points, apparently, more so because of Damian Lillard. They they're in like the half of assists right now. So again, it's more because of McCollum and Lillard putting up points more than them playing team basketball, and more than them playing defense. It's more them going into shootouts knowing that they can't win the shootout game. Now let's go into how their opponents do against them, and this is going to be a real doozy right here. And I don't care if you guys find my language a little bit 80s, don't care about that. Let's get into it right now. The opponent's field goal made is almost 40%. Their opponent's field goal percentage is 46%. Free throws attempted, 28%, and they shoot a clip of 80% from the free throw line. Do you want me to score more? Points per game per opponent, 112.2. You're allowing 110, almost to 115 points a game will not get you wins in this league. Trust me. It's that's bad. That's really bad, especially against teams that can put up points in a hurry. That's really bad. And then also the fact of the matter is they got literally 8 steals, opponents by far. 8 steals against the Portland Trailblazers team. Now, that's not bad, but mostly that's some turnovers. That's 8 steals per game against this Portland Trailblazers team that can really move the ball. 14th in assists, but still, they can't really move the ball like that in a consistent pace. Again, Lillard, you could say Lillard's a ball stopper. You could say CJ McCollum's a ball stopper. But this team just cannot find a way how to protect the basketball and just also come out the other gate, just play defense. Now, we're going to go into more of their lineup and how which starting lineups should be playing and which other lineups should not be playing. So you can see by these lineups here, as I'm going to pull it up slowly, Ed Davis, Maurice Harkless, Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum, Mason Plumlee. Now, this is the usual starting lineup for this team. And it's just looking, this is the starting lineup for right now, and this is just looking really bad. The offensive rating is high. Don't get me wrong, 122.1 is really good, but the defensive rating is just the same, 122.1. So pretty much what you're putting in on offensive end, you're letting out on the other side, and that can just lead to shootouts in close games automatically. Now, here's a different lineup, this time with Al-Farouq Aminu. Aminu, again, still hurt. I believe he's still hurt. And this is more defensive lineup in my case. Lillard, McCollum, Aminu, Harkless, and Plumlee. Their defensive rating drops down to 106.1. And their offensive rating drops down by 7 as well. So you take what you need. You're basically losing defense. And you're gaining defense, but you're losing offense. And it's just not looking good for them as far as how they do things, as far as the defensive standpoint, as far as the offensive standpoint. Now, Allen Crabbe, 126.2, with inside the offense, coming on as a starter or coming on for minutes with Maurice Harkless, Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum, and Mason Plumlee is 126.2 and 115.4. Net ratings 10.9. Now, that's the biggest difference out of them, but still not good enough to basically face against teams. My preferred lineup would have been, again, you have to wait until Aminu comes back because Aminu is such a big factor into things. Now, another thing as well, CJ McCollum, anytime inserted into the lineup, it seems that they just do, sorry about that, but seems to do more to, just bad in terms of defensive rating. Their defensive rating goes down. Their offensive rating stay still in the 100s, but they just cannot get any defense from it. So it may be just because CJ McCollum's defense isn't where it's supposed to be. Again, it's understandable. He's a very small guard, probably 6'3", 6'2", and playing the shooting guard position. The man can score, but the man can't play defense sometimes. And also, Damian Lillard, not the best defender as well. Pretty much subpar defenders at a certain position, and they just get eat up by bigger offensive players like DeMar DeRozan, Kyle Lowry, etc. And so far in the lineup. And now another point that I want to bring up is Evan Turner and his impact. Evan Turner went on the floor, and this is one of the lineups: Allen Crabbe, Maurice Harkless, Damian Lillard, Mason Plumlee, and Evan Turner. They have an 8-13 record when they both hit the floor on the game. 65 minutes logged in. And get this, 114.6, which is not bad offensively, but 106.9 defensively. And Evan Turner has not made an impact so far in the season. You can check by his stats, you can check it wherever. They paid him all that money for no reason, I feel. And he just not been getting it done. As we look down, probably another possible lineup that I would love to play, and I'm just looking right now, and just to prevent as well. As you can see here, another lineup that they play a lot and don't go to usually is Alan Crabb, Ed Davis, Maurice Harkless, CJ McCollum, and Evan Turner lineup. Now that is a lineup that I'll probably play because one, CJ McCollum is at him. He plays the point guard. Evan Turner plays the 3. Alan Crabb plays the 2. Ed Davis or Maurice Harkless play the 4, and Ed Davis play the 5. And you can see that they log worth 109.1 offensive rating to 82.9 defensive rating. That's a very big offensive rating right there, and a very big defensive rating. I can see that it's just been working out for them. Literally with Evan Turner and CJ McCollum has been nothing but just a horrible display of basketball on the defensive end. And I mean just horrible. And they barely get time together, don't get me wrong. But still, just the fact of them, all 3 of them playing at the same spot, their defensive rating shoots up to nearly 110, 115. Man, I say more about this lineup. This lineup is so bad that I'm surprised. I'm very shocked that they don't play this lineup a lot. I mean, deeming that the free agency thing, I would think they would play this lineup even more, but I guess they don't. So that's my take on the Portland Trailblazers as far as the lineup. Now to look at the things that really pop out as far as the 2-man line, as far as like basically having the 2 big players on the floor. Now obviously the 2 big players for the Trailblazers is Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum, as I stated before and as I stated again, combined together through 24 minutes, and out of the 32 games that they played together, not counting this game with Lillard being out with a sprained ankle injury, which I'll get more into later on. They scoring 57.3 points a game. They're shooting 47%, which is really above average, which is really good. And also, they're shooting at a clip of 36.3, which you usually don't see. But then again, they're playing really well lately together and shooting 80% from the free throw line together as well. Now, another thing as well, Damian Lillard and Maurice Harkless tandem, when they're on the floor together, has a way more better defensive rating and way more better offensive rating than CJ McCollum and Damian Lillard. So maybe it's time to see CJ on the bench, maybe, or have him lead the bench unit more and have Damian Lillard pretty much that's what he do as a starting point guard. I mean, not saying to trade CJ, that's nothing to say about, but I feel like the team would benefit more having Lillard out there and having Harkless with him and pretty much see what they can do from there. Because you can see by these numbers right here, Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum offensive rating is 113.2 and the defensive rating is 113.3 compared to Lillard and Harkless, which is pretty much Lillard and Harkless 113.7 to defensive rating 113.2, pretty much the same, but they've been putting up more shots, more efficient. It's just been working out, and their pace is more quicker than anybody else on the floor. So it's surprising to me that we might actually have to see CJ McCollum play with the bench unit, actually play better, play with play with Evan Turner, and play with the bench unit a little bit more to gain more offense, to gain more defense. Now I'm gonna quickly do an interview or just an overview of Damian Lillard stats and numbers, and I'm pretty much gonna end the video right off with there. See here, Damian Lillard has been putting up great numbers so far. Point total increase a lot more. Assists dropped down a little bit, but it's basically to average numbers. Rebound is going a little bit up, but you can see here that he hasn't been the same effective Damian Lillard as we see him here. As far as his proficiency, as far as his plus and minus rating, his plus and minus rating right now is 2.5 in the negatives, and that's really bad as far as how it goes as far as his performance. Now he's still putting up numbers, he's still doing what he has to do. Don't get me wrong, this man's been putting up his numbers, man's been playing games, basically been beasting. But as far as his average goes, as far as his offensive rating, defensive rating, his defensive rating right now is 113.0. Now, he's been lackluster on defense. His usage rate has dropped down compared to last season. If I compare side by side, let's go to 2015, 2016 usage rating. You see his usage rating has went down completely. His defensive rating was lower than that. So I don't know what's been going on in terms of his defensive rating, in terms of his assist rating. His turnover ratio has been going up compared to that. The paces went down. True shooting percentage and efficiency has always stayed up, and it's always will going to stay up. But it's just been a hard time for Damian Lillard, basically carrying this team by himself, putting up the numbers that he does. He's averaged 27 points, 4.5 rebounds, 6.2 assists, and his prayer proficiency numbers isn't that bad, 15.4. The man's been playing really well lately. I don't understand what's been going on with him, but he needs to get something fixed right away. It's just not been working for the Portland Trailblazers. I don't think it's his fault. Mostly it's more of CJ McCollum. It's more of the Portland Trailblazers defense as a whole, as a unit. They just don't have defensive players like that we thought they did. Like Maurice Harkless and Alfred Camino has been playing really well. Mason Plumlee has been playing really well. But in terms of defense, they haven't been playing together as a unit so good so far. And also they're getting beat on the rebound, even though they have rebounding bigs like Ed Davis, like Mason Plumlee, like Noah Vonleh. It's just been surprising that this team hasn't been playing to their full potential. And not to mention Evan Turner has been playing really well lately either. Allen Crabbe has been shooting a little poorly than usual, and it's just been a mess so far. Myers Leonard has been coming to his own, but not much as people think he should be. He should be improving at a rapid rate. His size, his frame, and his skill set already has shown that he should have been growing, but so far, nothing yet. Nothing to improve on. Blazers been playing bad lately, 13-20, and we just got to see what they do. Now, hopefully, the CJ McCollum switch to the bench should work. They didn't do that yet. Maybe they have thoughts about it. Maybe a trade going into things may work. But as far as it goes, Portland looking like a bad team out here, losing almost, I think, 7 straight so far, including the loss to Toronto Raptors tonight. They have to fix something. So that will end up today's video on the Trailblazers. Thank you guys for tuning in today. Hope you guys had a very wonderful Christmas. And again, leave a like and subscribe basically for more videos of NBA talk and NFL talk. I just put out an NFL talk video just today about explaining the playoff picture for the NFL coming up. And pretty much if you guys are looking forward to that Packers and Lions game, leave a like or a comment and tell me who you think should win or is going to win in the comment section below, or hit me up in my interactions, Twitter, Instagram, pretty much anywhere. I would try to see if I can talk to you guys basically about the game and basically anything related to it. So thank you guys for tuning in. This is Young Shot out, and peace out, guys.